Juicy succulent roast pork and a 5-minute sauce. Delicious. Dry brine is simple. Here I've got a pork tenderloin, and what you do is you take kosher salt. I use Diamond Crystal kosher salt, but you could use Morton kosher salt or whatever you've got. And you really want to liberally salt this food. So you can see how much salt I'm putting on here. And I took this right out of the package and dried off this meat. I didn't rinse it. You don't need to rinse your meat. And then I'm going to turn it over, do the other side, and here I go. And you want to put it on a rack. I didn't have a rack that fit this, so this is a little bit jankety, but it's okay. Use what you've got. No one's gonna judge you here. And a little bit more salt on this side. So that's it. The next step is you put this in the refrigerator uncovered. A piece of meat this size is gonna need about an hour. All right, so here it is. It's been in the refrigerator uncovered for about actually an hour and a half. I kind of forgot about it, but it could go for 2, 3, 4 hours. It would be totally fine. So now all I need to do is cook it off. So what I'm going to do is start it in a cast iron pan. If it lights. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to add olive oil to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown this pork on all sides. To do that, I'm going to let the olive oil come to where it gets a little bit shimmery. When it starts dancing, that's when you know your olive oil is hot enough. And then I'm just going to put it in there, rotate it on a couple sides till it's brown, and then pop it in the oven and finish it off. All right, so I see some oil shimmering there, and I am going to gently lay it in. I love it. Hear that? All right, so you can see this is seared gorgeously brown. So perfect, but it's not cooked on the inside. And this is what happens. You put it in the oven, you forget about it for a minute, or you don't know how long it's gonna take, your oven temperature's different, and you've overcooked your meat. So I use this ThermoPro thermometer, and it has an alarm on it and a probe. So what I do is I just am going to put this part into the meat, just like that. And I set this part to 145, that's where I want mine today. And then I'm just going to pop it in the oven, and this guy's gonna beep at me when it's done. It's foolproof. So now I'm going to make a super quick herb garlic salt. It doesn't need anything, but I've got a few herbs I need to use up, and this couldn't be simpler, and I wanted to show it to you. So 5 cloves of garlic. Here I've got some cilantro and parsley. You can use all parsley or a mixture of the two. That's a cup-ish. All right, then I'm going to add a little bit of chili flake for some heat, as much of that as you would like. Half a teaspoon of salt. And here I've got a half a cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And now I'm just gonna give it a whiz. If I can find the lid. Please hold. All right, it's all whizzed up, and that is it. It is so bright, so fresh, so delicious. Look at how juicy and tender that is. Phenomenal. So delicious. So I'm just putting it on a plate with a little bit of this parsley that I've got left over here for garnish, because we make it beautiful and we keep it simple. Who's not gonna want that?